Hey, it's Chris, Handful of Tranquility. Happy New Year. Just got to a new spot I'm going to check out. Got a lake behind me. Never been here before, but really wanted to check it out. Road in wasn't so bad. There was one spot that was a bit of a drop. Although when I came back from the lake to my car, right here is, I don't know, a little piece of plastic tailpipe or something. So I've got maybe an hour to sunset, so I've got to scope out a spot. So I'm going to, I don't know, maybe jack up the car, we'll see. But that's going to be tomorrow's problem. I may air it up. I think I have some patches still, so we'll see what I do about that, but I better find a spot to camp. So obviously all the locals come to this area probably in the summertime. There's a lot of four-wheel drive type tracks. We got a beautiful lake in the background, so we're gonna walk around these woods and try to find ourselves a campsite. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is maybe patching that tire in the dark here in a little while. Yeah, I think all the local rednecks come to this area. What a pity. Definitely won't be coming back here in the summertime, but in the meantime, I can find myself a spot, and I'll probably be the only one out here in the winter. If you come across it, it's always great to grab some birch bark for fire starting. Even these rotten limbs here on the ground, even the bark around those will get a fire going. Just won't take a match super easy, but once it goes, it'll get your fire started great. Not a lot of open areas out here actually once you get past the redneck wonderland. So I think I'm going to camp kind of under this giant cool old beech, tie off to one of those branches, and then tie off to another tree this way if I can. It's pretty thick back here. I'm going to explore more on the north side of the lake tomorrow, but I need to get a place set up for camp, so I'm going to try to take this first spot that I can, get something set up, and then maybe get some dinner going, and then I can work on the car. Change of plans. Rope was about 3 feet too short to make over there work. This rope was supposed to be 10 feet longer than it is, but didn't happen. So got to work in between a couple tight trees. It's going to be real tight. Gonna have to clear out a bunch of stuff. But sunset's in like 10 minutes. It's going to get dark quick, and I got to get my shelter up. So got to make it work. This is by far the worst pitch I've ever done. It's very tall and skinny. This ground's uneven, but I gotta get the stove together, get things set up. I'll have to make it work. I'm sure not gonna be sleeping crossways tonight. It's gonna be lengthwise. It's the only way I'm gonna fit. It's poplar. Won't burn for very long, but at least I can get some wood going to get started for the night. It should be nice and dry with all the rain we've had lately. That'll be a good thing. December. All right, I'm gonna get this cut up. I need to find some good hardwood so I can have some good burns through the night. Otherwise, I'm gonna be up every couple hours. But at least this will give me a start, and then I can get started on the next steps. I'm sure this is going to look terrible because of low light. We'll give it a try. I'm not 100% sure this is actually going to keep going. This wood's all fairly wet. I don't have that much medium-sized wood. I have a little bit. But yeah, not 100% sure it's going to go, but we'll give it a try. Okay, it's 6:15. Been here for a couple hours now. Got the fire started. Actually didn't end up using my chunk of fat wood. It did end up going, so we'll get some dinner going. Got some squirrel. Man, it's going to be a couple hours before this thing's tender, so I better get it on sooner than later. That must be a fox squirrel. That's a big one. If you can butterfly a squirrel. I don't want to use that much water. I don't know if you can butterfly it, but you can definitely take off the good part and put that on bottom. I'll get a lid on that and then let that go for at least a few hours. Gotta get it tender. In the meantime, I still need to collect more wood. A lot more wood and much better wood. And we still gotta go patch that tire before it's completely on the ground. Right, hopefully you'll be able to see what's going on here. But I'm gonna use this reamer to push in the little piece of plastic to ream the hole. And then I've loaded a patch. That patch is really dirty. I might have to change that out. May not stick well with all that sand in there. But I'll load up another patch. I'll push this in, and then this is split. It'll come right out. And I'll trim the ends. Should be good to go. Should hold air definitely to get home. And actually one of these tires already has a patch in it and has for like 3 years. So it'll all be all right, I think. Well, it's a bit of a good news, bad news situation. The good news is that plastic actually didn't go deep enough to puncture the tire. The bad news is it is leaking. I can hear it. I think it's actually maybe leaking all around the rim, but it's had a slow leak, so maybe this is just the first time I've heard it. So we'll air it up in the morning. We'll call it good. All right. Well, it is time to relax for a little bit. Not too long. I still have to go out and cut firewood. I've sourced my hardwood for the night. I still need to go cut it up. But it's time to just kind of relax, wash my hands, eat a little bit of squirrel for dinner, and call it good. Just relax and enjoy just being and not having anything to do for a bit. This probably could use a little bit more time, but frankly, I took it off and forgot to put it back on again. And it's probably cool enough to eat, so might as well eat it, even if it's a bit tough. Surprisingly decent, considering I didn't season it at all. Well, I've cut a few more pieces of wood, brought in 4 more, plus a log that I can cut into 3 more if I need it. Figured I'd only cut it if I need it though. So I think it's probably a little shy to get me through till morning, but I think it should do it. It's about 9:30. I'm gonna go ahead and start relaxing some more. Get the fire loaded up maybe around 10 o'clock. I've got my fan going over here. I can't see it, but sitting up it's just too hot. I'm usually sitting on the ground for the videos, but earlier I was sitting on the ground just because it's cooler, but the ground's too cold. So I put the fan on, blow that hot air right on me. Man, it feels great. Fan's definitely a winner with this tube that I've got on here. I should probably show that later. Time to see if this wood's actually dry. Still got the bark on, so it might not be. But I've got the stove in normal mode, and that should really help burn it pretty nicely. probably fit a bit more in there, but I didn't put it in well. That should get me going for the night. Let that get burning until it's got a nice bed of coals. I'm going to go ahead and brush my teeth, and I'm going to wrap it up for the night. Good night. Morning. Let's get some lights on. Slept pretty well. Looks like I got the firewood about perfect for going through the night. Got some more to last for the morning. Just loaded it a little while ago. Wanted to let it get warm before I really got up at all. So we're gonna rearrange a little bit and get some water on for coffee and hash browns. That should be alright. Nah, go with all of it. Getting a little more water, but that should simmer for a while and rehydrate. So I'm just going to sit back and relax and kind of rotisserie. My right side's getting a little warm here. Whoa, that's way too much. The rest of that should cook down over time. Alright, we're finally getting there. It's getting a little warm. I've mostly been laying down because it's a lot cooler at ground level, but finally starting to get somewhere. I still probably have, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes worth of cooking to get the bottom side done. That's the downside about hash browns, takes forever, but it's a nice relaxing way to do your morning. Just not any good if you're in a hurry. Well, it's been, I don't even know, 45 minutes. Finally ready to my satisfaction. Time to eat. That was good. It's definitely warm. Might be a good time to throw on some shoes and go explore the area. I've checked out the south side of this lake, but still want to check out the north side. Snow makes it pretty easy to track that an animal's been through here last night. Unfortunately, private property's that way. Public property's more that way in the lowlands where it's going to be real wet. So I may run out of room here. But I'm going to keep going until I hit the property line. I don't know if you can hear that, but I hear running water. Unfortunately, I'm at the property line. So public land is that way through the marsh. So I don't think I'm going to be able to go any further. I can kind of see the smoke through the trees that direction. Might have to try out here in the future. So there's this old road I'm exploring. Check out this tree. Well, these two trees. These things are just massive. Who's gonna win? To give you an idea of scale. Like I said, these things are huge. It was fun to explore a little bit. I found the east side of this property is more old growth type forest with bigger open areas and bigger trees. And then the middle of it is all like scraggly and small trees real close together. It's a good walk. Turns out I only walked less than 2 miles. It seemed like a lot more than that. Face was getting cold, feet are cold. So it's nice to come back, warm up by the fire. So I'm gonna just warm up a little bit and then probably do a little dishes, start cleaning up around here a little bit. Well, I hope you enjoyed as I explored this new lake. I'll probably come back here at least one more time at some point. But it's been a good trip. First one of the year. Be sure to subscribe to the videos if you're not already a subscriber. And ring the bell if you want it to show up in your alerts. Like the video, comment, everything helps, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good day. I'm going to wrap it up. Go into time lapse right about now.